Today's video is about characteristics features of Old English period. The Old English period extends from AD 450 to AD 1150, and from that time 1150 Anglo-Norman period starts, and may be further divided into early Old English and late English period. There can be division of Old English period and late English period. And Old English or Anglo-Saxon period covers the span of time from the earliest written codes and documents about the end of the 7th century to the beginning of the 12th century. Written records and documents shows the end of the 7th century and the beginning of the 12th century. This lifespan was covered by the Old English period. Old English was the almost pure, unmixed language. That's why it is quite near to modern German than the modern English, because there were Germanic tribes. Old Anglo-Saxons were Germanic tribes, and that is the reason that modern Old English language is quite near to modern German rather than modern English. Pronunciation in Old English. The most significant feature of Old English is its pronunciation of words, differing from the ones. The pronunciation were differing from one another that exists today. In the words of A.C. Vogue, the pronunciation of Old English words commonly differs. As I earlier said, the words pronunciation were differing from one another, somewhat from that of their modern equivalents. The long vowels in particular have gone a considerable modification. Long vowels were going through considerable changes. Thus, the Old English word like stan is the same word as the modern word stone. Former there is a vowel a, and in the later there is word o, but the pronunciation is the same. Like earlier it was called Saturn, and now it is also Saturn, but the vowel sound is different. But the in Old English script there are 7 vowels. There are 7 vowels like a, e, I, o, u, y, and the diphthong. Diphthong a and e. What is diphthong? Diphthong is 2 vowel sound that are pronounced together to make sound. That is diphthong, like this a and e, which is called aish. All these 7 vowels represent either short or long sound. The Old English consonants have mostly the same sound as in modern English. Consonants have the same sound like in modern English. They have similarities, but some need special comments. The letter H was more strongly pronounced than it is in modern English. The Old English script doesn't have the letter V. They eliminate the letter V, and the letter F serves for the sound of both F and V. That was the, you can say, the peculiarity of the Old English language. The Old English also had differences in spelling which baffled in modern readers. They have also differences in spelling also. Grammar in Old English. The second characteristic feature of Old English, which is most fundamental and distinguishes it from modern English, is its grammar. It is an inflected language. Inflected is that when there is change in tone and pitch of the voice when we are speaking or we are singing, that is inflection. Though not so highly inflected as the classical language such as Sanskrit, Latin, and Greek. Old English indicates the relation of words in a sentence largely by the means of inflection. Old English nouns have 2 numbers. There are 2 numbers of nouns, singulars and plural. It has 3 genders like masculine, feminine, and neuter. The system of genders was irrational because it is not dependent upon the consideration of sex. They don't value the consideration of sex. Like in modern English, all males are said to be masculine, but it was not the case in Old English language. Uh, feminines are and inanimate things neuter. This is in modern English, but in Old English this was not the case. Thus, in Old English, stone, S-T-A-N, stone is a masculine. This is, however, now considered as inanimate. Stone is inanimate, but in Old English language it was a masculine. German words like girl for M-A-E-G-O-N, magulon, wife, W-I-F-E, W-I-F, BEARN for child and son, which were expected to be feminine or masculine, are in fact neuter. They are neuter in Old English language. The word wife, man, women is masculine. This is, however, today it is feminine, but at that time this was masculine, considered it masculine, because the second element of the compound is masculine. Another feature of Old English is that the adjective like nouns have gender. The adjective have also genders. The adjective takes the gender of the noun with which it is associated. There are four cases, namely. There are four cases like first is nominative, then genitive, dative, and accusative. The system of declension. Declension is decline. Was very complex. In the Old English, noun gets inflected according to its number and cases. It has chiefly four cases, and the endings of these vary with different nouns. The endings were changing with different when different nouns were coming. There are two chief declension: vowel declension and consonant declension. Vowel declension is called strong declension, and consonant one is weak declension. Vocabulary in Old English. The Old English was pure and unmixed because it was like very near to Germanic language, and that's why it was pure and unmixed, except for a few Latin words. Little bit Latin words were mixed in it, which were belong to the church and its rituals, and sprinkling of Celtic and Old Norse words. Also, some Celtic and Old Norse words are also there. Its vocabulary, with the exception of 500 loan words, there are 500 loan words, which are loan words are those words which have not their origin in Old English. They are taken from somewhere. These are loan words. Words consisted of about Loan words consisted of about 30,000 words inherited from the common Teutonic stock. They are coming from Teutonic stock. Many thousands of these words survived in a number of historic and linguistic upheavals. They survived in historic and linguistic upheavals when disorder and upheavals were taking place. They somehow managed to survive and are still in daily use. However, a lot meaning, function, and forms may have been modified. They have gone through changes. These words throw light on the condition of life. They throw light on the condition of life, occupation, culture, and civilization of the English race at this stage. The Old English writers preferred coining compound words and derivatives from the native words. Derivatives are words which have which are not original. They are coming from other source. They received they are received. This resourcefulness is characteristics of Old English. So Old English vocabulary is pure and unmixed, yet it is rich and picturesque. It is vivid. and picturesque quality is also there, capable of expressing new ideas. Now the video comes to its end, and thank you to visit my channel. God bless you.